Why don't we go over here?
Hi guys, my name is Alice, I'm from Ukraine, and first of all I want to tell you that it's really cool to see you again here, so thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We know that you're a great man, yes, and you...
You talking to me, yes?
And you always inspire all of us. So we also know that you are best friends, yes, and you spend a lot of time together and influence each other. So
They're always spewing their bodily fluids everywhere.
Pretty much.
It's creepy. You know, it's downright unsanitary.
Continue.
I was wondering, have you learned something from each other off set?
Do you have anything in mind?
That's difficult to, that's very...
That's not difficult. We've learned a ton.
Yeah, it's difficult to say one
He
thing.
and I have learned things together because we've experienced a lot of what this show has given us and this life that we've led over the past 14 years. There, you know, we often say that there's really nobody else on this planet that understands what my life is like more than he does, and vice versa. And that's very special. That's a really unique connection. And I think because of that, we've learned things together. He's taught me many things. I hope I've reciprocated that. And so yeah, I think, you know, it's like asking your best friend, like, you know, have you learned anything from each other? And of course.
Agreed. I will say, yeah, the things that I've learned from him, alongside him, beside him, whatever, are numerous. But one specific thing that I've learned that is crucial right now is how to pack your button-down shirts. I'm not lying, don't try and say how to pack your button-down shirts.
How to pack
without getting them wrinkled. And here's how you do it. So pretend this is a shirt. Will you teach the crowd? So if this was a button-down shirt, per se, and you don't have a hangy bag, but then you need pants.
Then you take your pants, you roll those up nice and tight.
You fold them vertically?
Fold them, yep. Fold them like that, roll them up, put the rolled up pants at the bottom of the shirt, like this.
And roll it all together. Yeah.
I had no idea. For years and years and years, he didn't let me in on this secret, so he'd talk shit. He'd be like, hey, nice bags. What are you taking, your whole house? And I'd be like, well, I don't want my clothes to get folded when I don't have time to steam. I don't know how to iron or steam. And so finally he's like, all right, I'm just messing with you. Here you go. Here's how you pack into a small suitcase and not get all...
I had another close friend of mine ask me the same thing. He's like, hey, what's that thing you were telling me about the rolling the shirts and they don't wrinkle and then you just take them out and boom. And I was like, and so I tried to explain it to him over the phone. And I ended up doing an instructional video for him. And I thought I was gonna have to do the same thing for him, but he got it.
I would have asked you for it.
Well, I know.
As I was packing, 2 days ago, I was like, hey, remind me again about the pants thing and the shirts. I was like, I don't want to take a whole bunch of stuff, but we had to take a suit to New York.
It's just a little, I pack, I try to, it's like a pride thing of me. Like, I have to pack very light. I take very little, just because, for me, it's like, I'll get angry if I bring something and I don't use it. Because I'm like, why did I pack that? Why did I lug that all the way, halfway across the world when I never needed it? That makes me angry. I feel like I failed. So everything that I have has a purpose, and usually multi-purpose. And so I've just found a way over the years to just pack very meticulous. The worst is when I go through security and they're just start taking things out of the bag. I mean, it's just like steam out of my ass. Because I know it took me a while to get, it's like a Jenga, it's like a puzzle. It's like putting everything in the perfect places. But anyway, that's, I taught him how to fold his laundry.
Correct. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have a pocket in my shirt.
The other side? And you have them right. It's like those people that have like additional nipples down here. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Didn't you have a shirt one time with pockets?
Yeah, it's the greatest shirt ever made.
Yeah, but now I have one too. See, I love my brother. Alright, before we just waste y'all's time with the pocket. We're doing concerts, but it was 2 different people. And it's gonna have some coffee.
We got it. Hi.
2 parts of my arm waved at different times. That's another time. Okay, so this is like a hard-hitting question, okay? I need to know something. Do you 2 wake up looking pretty? Because you take this picture from one angle, it's like you never take a bad picture, ever. And it takes me 20 times to take one angle. My eyes are open.
I mean, the short answer is yeah.
You have pockets in your shirt.
Best shirt ever. Too tired, it finally happened.
Pockets in your shirt. That's amazing.
Yeah,
You didn't want to tell me this, or like you just
well, surprise.
Mother can't be saved.
If she sees that Dean shaved his leg for her, will that help?
Hard to say.
It's pretty smooth. Aaron, you can... It's okay, we'll touch it.
Listen, Doran. Sometimes in order to figure things out, a person needs space.
Sometimes he just mixes up his words.
I think y'all give us a lot of credit, and I'm very grateful for it. But I appreciate it. And you, from a distance, I'm sure. Matt Midler said it best. From a distance, I was quoting the song. I'm just gonna. They say you're quoting Ben. Let's get back to the pockets on the show. The pockets threw me off. I'm so sorry. Thank you. I'm gonna get back on track.
Listen, just so you know, there's an entire trailer of highly skilled hair and makeup artists
Highly skilled makeup and hair.
that make us look the way we do on a daily basis.
No.
This doesn't happen by itself, you know. I'm kidding, it does. All right.
Hi, I'm Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi. So I just wanted to say that you 2 are very inspirational to me, especially you, Jared. So my question is there someone in your life who inspires you? Well, you both can answer.
Say it again, Jordan?
Is there someone in your life that inspires you?
Yeah, and I'll say. We all understood. Thank you so much. But I understood your question. And one of the most inspirational people to me is honestly Stephen Norton. Just kidding. You know what? I know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. I think I understand what you're saying, but I guess remember this also, and I know you do. When was the first AKF campaign? It was like 2014? 2015. So I've known and worked with this guy for the majority of my days and nights for 7, 9, 10, what's 2015 minus 2005, 10? So...
I was told there'd be no math when
I hate saying this in front of him, but I mean, there's so many people that inspired me, but to spread the love, please do remember when y'all thank me that this guy had 10 years of influence before I was fine, before I felt comfortable enough to go like, hey, this is what's going on in my world behind closed doors, and I want to put it out there. So, applause for this guy. There are obvious things. My wife is amazing. I'm trying to think of people. You know what? I love to read, but I especially love reading nonfiction books. I'm so inspired and intrigued, and my curiosity is piqued, and I'm so motivated when I read about somebody else's struggles. I sit in traffic for 5 minutes and I'm like, oh, I always have bad traffic. And you go, wait a second. Like, this person dealt with this, I've dealt with blah, and blah, blah, blah. So I think if I can say anything, and I'm trying to look for something poignant, I fully believe that if you know anybody and they have not inspired you yet, then you haven't asked the right questions. Everybody's story is amazing, and everybody's dealt with something, and it's not your fault necessarily. Maybe they don't feel comfortable yet sharing what they've been through, or what they think, or what they know. But I was told by somebody, and I can't recall who, but to look for something interesting and unique and wonderful about everybody, because everybody has it. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's not your fault. You just haven't known them long enough, or asked the right questions. So continue to be inspired by everybody around you, and life will be good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jordan.
We should get out of here, in case the one with the hair actually wins. Bye, boys.
Look, I got it. Catch back. Wait, no.
I'm sorry, Sam. I love her so much.
Hey, give me back my money.
Oh, no. Consider it reparations for emotional trauma.
Yeah, very funny. Now give it back.
No.
Dean, I've had it up to here with you.
Yeah, right back at you. Come on! Get off!
Give it back!
Okay, I've heard enough.
If I could ask Jensen any question in any interview, he's never been straight with me, so I'd ask him, why do you cry so much, and why do you say my name when you're sleeping? Freaks me out, yeah. When I have to wake him up in the mornings, go like, hey, we gotta get to work, and he's like, Jared, dreaming and like drooling and crying and stuff, it's bad.
Son of a bitch!
Jared, I just want to know, why do you sweat so much? I really would like to know what activities you do that make you sweat so much that you have to put paper towels down the neck of your shirt to sop up your sweat.
Somebody better be chasing you.
It's good for you.
No, it's not good for you. Look at you. You're a mess and you stink. Well, while you were out being Lance Armstrong...
That would be biking.
I was working. You ever heard of a town called Prosperity, Indiana? Is anybody?
Why I sweat so much? Knowing that his eyes are always on me, desperately wanting. You ever heard that Better Than Ezra song? Desperately wanting. That crush on me, it makes me kind of awkward, and he's always crying, and so I always feel like I should help him out, and I get nervous, you know, because I'm like, I want to do something for him, but I don't want to give him the wrong idea, and just that sort of crazy thought process in my head makes me sweat.
It's embarrassing. And that is exactly why our lives suck. I mean, come on, we hunt monsters. What the hell? I mean, normal people, they see a monster and they run, but not us. No. We search out things that want to kill us, huh? Or eat us. You know who does that? Crazy people. We are insane. You know, then there's the
I think there's some out there. Actually, somebody told me one time that there was a drinking game that, like, what was it? It was like every time Dean said bitch or something, it was like you had to drink a beer or so. I don't know, whatever it is. But if I had to do it, I would say every time Jared says Dean, he's constantly saying, Dean, seriously, Dean, come on, Dean. He's constantly saying Dean. I guess I really haven't busted him about that, but I should now.
Whenever you're ready, Dean. Dean! Quit screwing around, Dean. Dean, I am summoning Rube. You're just gonna have to go with me on this, all right, Dean? You just have to. Yeah, so what is it then, Dean? What the hell is happening to us? Dean.
Of course, if you did that, you might not even enjoy it. You might not get through the episode, but...
Okay, if I could invent my own supernatural drinking game, I would base it on the character of Dean, and every time Jensen makes model face, you'd have to take a drink, and so everybody be drunk every episode.
What I said earlier about Mom and Dad, I'm sorry.
No chick flick moments.
All right. Jerk.
Bitch.
Okay, so I wanted to ask if you could tell each other one thing you find very beautiful about the other one.
Give me a second.
20 minutes later.
Go ahead there, partner. You know what? He's not a short man. But he has a wonderful tuft of hair that I can see because I'm 6'5", 6'4", and he's a mere 6'1", so I can understand.
Were you just insulting short people?
No. Are you saying I'm short? It's okay.
I'm short.
Because he was talking about me, and you put, so first we're dying, and now, all right, let's see where this day is going. That's cool. I'll start. He has, so you always hope, you always hope that you'll have people in your life that won't stand for certain things. This sounds like a weird, backhanded thing to say, but he will, as a friend, very uniquely in my life. It's like there are a few friends I have in my life who they'll be like, dude, you're better than this. And that to me is rare at this point in my life. You know, like a lot of people who I work with are paid to tell me, hey, you're great. So it stands out to me when he's like, dude, like, don't do that. You're right, man. You're right. I'm better than this, you know? So I'll say that his ability to remain kind of who he is without being famous, like it's not about fame or power or status. It's more like, hey, dude, like up your game. Like you're like be better. You're better. Got it. Cool. Done. So his ability to kind of be outside of, like, if y'all know him as Jensen Ackles, Dean Winchester, I know him as
you know, Uncle Ackles, like my kids call him. So that's a very rare, very cool thing I get to have in my life.
That's exactly why I asked this question.
Well, then you got nothing to apologize for. Thought I lost you, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say his chest, but I feel like that might be inadequate. Not your chest. The answer. It's weird, it's like I asked for it, but I didn't even ask for it. It just happens. And it's hard to stop once it gets going, so I bear with it. You know, there's many things that I would tell you about him that I think are qualities that we all strive to achieve. I will pick one, and that is his ability to liven and lighten and make a room better just by walking out.
I just wanted to say that that's exactly why I asked this question, because you guys and everybody in this room is very beautiful and everybody here deserves to know it, so spread positivity.
Yes, you are.
Awesome. That's awesome. You're awesome.